than 900,000 people voted in Sunday's Legislative Council by-elections. Results came out earlier today. Non-establishment candidates who vowed to gain all 4 seats managed just 2. The 4 seats were originally held by Demosistos Nathan Law, Youngspiration's Yawai Ching, and Sixtus Leung, as well as Edward Yu. All 4 were disqualified for their improper LegCo oaths. Pan-Democrats Au Nok Hin and Gary Fan won the by-elections on Hong Kong Island and New Territories East, respectively. But the functional constituency seat left vacant by Edward Yu went to Tony Tse of the pro-establishment camp. DAB candidate Vincent Cheng's victory in Kowloon West crushed Edward Yu's hope to return to the legislature. Pan-Dems apologized for that defeat and for disappointing their supporters. The loss also means they failed to regain their veto power in the split voting system. Elmi Lung walks us through the race, where Edward Yu lost by more than 2,000 votes.
Edward Yu took a leap of faith. He chose not to run for a functional constituency seat and switched to a geographical constituency instead. He parachuted into Kowloon West and went head-to-head against District Councillor Vincent Cheng. Cheng emerged as the winner with 2,400 more votes than Yu.
The returning officer is about to...
Supporters cheered for Edward Yu when his request for a recount of the votes was granted, but that did not change the election outcome. Vincent Cheng again came in first with 107,479 votes. Edward Yu secured 105,060 votes. Jonathan Choi also signed up for the race but didn't show up at the results announcement, even though he gained around 2,000 votes. Vincent Cheng is the first pro-establishment candidate to ever win a geographical constituency by-election in the territory.
He is able to secure the basic support from our voter. And we did have a breakthrough in the Kowloon West.
We have different parties. From this by-election, we are getting together to do our best to run for this election.
Edward Yu admitted defeat, saying it's partly due to his lack of experience in direct local elections. He denied the results reflected people's distaste of disqualified lawmakers, including himself.
2 out of the 3 geographical constituencies candidate from Democratic camp had solid seats. And just because of my inadequacy and lost 2,000 something votes, and so it clearly reflects that citizens in Hong Kong are very angry about the disqualification decision of the government.
He's already looking to joining the race again in 2020. Elmi Long, TVB News.
Meanwhile, Gary Fan came out top in a fierce contest in New Territories East. It was also a tough race on Hong Kong Island, which Au Nok Hin described as full of hurdles. Still, the 30-year-old won and is set to become one of the city's youngest legislators. Sharon Tao reports.
Au Nok Hin made his fellow Democrats proud. He won the Hong Kong Island geographical constituency with over 137,000 votes. Au only submitted his nomination 2 days before the deadline after Demosistos Agnes Chow was banned from running.
I never experienced a campaign which is full of hurdles. Ms. Judy Chan may have a few months to have her promotions, but my promotion is just started after the application period, which means that there are only 1.5 of both.
Judy Chan of New People's Party lost by 9,000 votes, but still saw it a success, as the pro-establishment camp is catching up with the opposition camp and getting a higher vote share than before. Over in New Territories East, Gary Fan of the Neo-Democrats came out top.
Beat the pro-establishment.
He did that with over 183,000 votes, around 30,000 more than Bill Tang, who was backed by rural leaders and pro-establishment parties. Still, the results highlighted the narrowing gap between the Pandems and pro-establishment candidates. Meanwhile, Sai Kung District Councillor Christine Fong secured more than 64,000 votes, almost double the number she won 2 years ago. Although disappointed that she failed in her fifth attempt for a Lechko seat, the former actress may run again next time.
Never stop and never give up.
Winners will not be qualified as lawmakers until after their Lechko oaths are deemed valid. Sharon Tang, TVB News.
In the architectural, surveying, planning, and landscape functional constituency race, Paul Zimmerman lost by more than 580 votes. Tony Tse reclaimed the seat he lost to Edward Yu in the 2016 election. He won with 2,929 votes, which is over 580 more than his opponent. The surveyor said he'll push for Secretary for Justice Teresa Chang to explain her illegal structures at Lechko.
She had to go to the Lechko and to give details about the her unauthorized building works. If she refused to do so, I think make use of PMP, so that I think to ask her to come forward.
We're disappointed we haven't won the election, but it gives us a lot of confidence that we've been able to maintain our market share among the professionals.
The election results are a blow to the pan-democratic camp, which had hoped to regain their veto power in the legislature. Under Lechko's split voting system, a motion won't be passed unless it's approved by a majority of lawmakers in both the functional and geographical constituencies. The pro-democracy camp lost its power to veto after 6 of their legislators were disqualified. Gaining 2 seats back this time hasn't changed that situation. One political analyst explained a heavy emphasis on the disqualification of the 6 lawmakers instead of focusing on social welfare issues may be why they failed to make a comeback.